we're going to do a build breakdown on a kind of a Franken pistol here. As you can see, we'll go through the parts and items that are on it. We'll start here at the front. This is a 1-in-7 twist, 10.5 inch carbine gas, Ghost Firearms ink upper with the Ghost M-lock handguards. Here we have the Diamond Head polymer backup iron sights. We have a New Frontier G15 lower. Go ahead and flip this guy around here. This was a Delton lower parts kit that was used to assemble the lower. One thing that I'll show you here in a second, I'll put it on pause. Okay, we're back here. Go ahead and get into some of the highlights. We have a Rise Armament charging handle. This was purchased from Aim Surplus. They had a promotion. They had a trigger and charging handle by basically their Rise Armaments trigger, and you received the charging handle free. It was like $140 for the whole set. That trigger went into another AR, and which already had a nice Strike Industries charging handle on it, so we went ahead and put this on this one. Now, one thing I have noticed with this Ghost Firearms, you can see there's no mag, bolt is locked back. Every now and again, I get to a point where my bolt release doesn't want to disengage. I'm hoping that it's just because it's a tight bolt carrier. This is a Palmetto State Armory 9310 Carpenter Steel M16 carrier with an MP and HP treated bolt, properly staked gas tube. All in all, give the breakdown on this. Cost wise, this is local manufacturer, New Frontier, so didn't have to pay shipping, transfer fees or anything. So walked into the shop and was able to pay. My OCD's kicking in. Pen wasn't very flush. Paid $59 for the lower plus the tax. Nevada CCWs, we don't pay background checks. So around 79 bucks out the door. Possibly a little less for that. There was a couple other items that I bought, small pieces. I believe it was a crush washer for the front A2 flash hider. It was $83 in tax with a few, like I said, a few small things. I bought some bore brushes and things like that. So a couple little $1, $2 items. Was able to walk out of there. Primary Arms had these Diamond Head polymer iron sight sets on sale for $50, $49 during Black Friday. Was able to pick those up and squirrel those away for a build I knew that I was doing. I just didn't know what. Again, Primary Arms had the Ghost Industries upper minus bolt carrier and charging handle on sale for $199. This is a mil-spec carbine buffer tube that has been sleeved. I do not want to remove the sleeve, but the position, the 6 position holes for the what would be a stock has been filled in with a piece of Delrin. So even if this was to be removed, a stock, a 6 position stock would not actually fit on there because there's no engagements for that to lock in. This is a really tight fit. This is a J&T distributing tube that was cut down, primarily made for their Ace skeleton stocks. We have as you can see on there, I have a QD rear receiver plate. See if we can pack that out a little bit. Have the Tango down, BG16, and no, it doesn't match. There's nothing else foliage green on this gun, but again, this was a repurposed grip that I had, took off another gun that I didn't really like. So everything else is pretty much mil spec. Other than that, haven't been out to test fire it yet. Everything seems really tight. So you know how it is with the new build, various parts, different tolerances, things you get very tight. And I don't even consider it even a factor until I get at least 200 to 300 rounds through it. If I have any failures to feed, failures to extract, within that time period, I just pretty much write them off as break-in. It's not until I get past that point. Once you get to about the 500 round count, things should be very loose. Things should be starting to wear in, be meshed together a little better. I did notice that on the Ghost Industries, or Ghost Firearms, they do use a key hole marked upper, and one thing that I did notice as well was that the barrel extension to receiver extension rifle cuts fit and finish on that is extremely good. One thing I have noticed with inferior, I should say budget minded builds is that you tend to, see if we can shine some light on the situation here. You tend to have an AR I don't know if that can be seen very well here. Try to shine the light from there. But the M4 feed cuts with the receiver extension mate very well. There's no twisting, there's no unevenness that I've noticed with that, so the fit is pretty good. I've noticed that I've had a Delton upper, and it seemed to be the biggest issue with a lot of, like I said, affordable or budget-friendly uppers, is that the biggest area of concern has always been the receiver extension, how it mates to the receiver itself. This doesn't seem to be the case. Seems to be working pretty good. The only gripe I kind of have on the Palmetto State Armory bolt and carrier group, it says it's a phosphate finish, but I don't know if you can see there. It's got a very gritty finish. It's almost like these were actually sprayed and there was a lot of overspray or dirt or something that may have stuck to the kind of see it there in this area right here. It's very rough, so I'm hoping that smooths out once we get some rounds through it. Other than that, it seems to be, like I said, a well-made upper. I like the handguards. One thing not a huge fan of, but I can live with, is the pinch bolts here. These have been known to, these style of handguards tend to heat up. It has that aluminum barrel neck starts to heat up, this can start to expand. I did Loctite them, put a little bit of red Loctite on there. They are red Loctited. So that was one thing. I don't know if you can see in there, but hopefully that keeps that from walking off. But other than that, seems like a very nice build. Like I said, this was a budget-friendly build. I have various other ARs that, you know, over time, you tend to put more money and effort into, and you know, you end up going a different direction halfway through the build. This was primarily going to be, this is going to be a very cheap, try to do a sub $300 AR pistol that can just kind of be a fun gun. So I was able to pick up the Palmetto State Armory bolt and carrier. It's their premium bolt and carrier. They just had it on sale. Today is March 13th. I'm sorry, today's March 15th. And just picked it up last week. It was on their daily deal. It was on sale for $69. So they're normally, I see them anywhere from like $89 to $99 depending on what promotion they were running. But this was on their daily deal if you subscribe to their email blasts. And luckily I was able to snag it up because I purchased one. I said, you know, for that price I might as well try and get another one. I went back later that afternoon and they were already out of stock on them. So I don't know if that's the case, they're actually out of stock, or they only put so many out for the promotion. But like I said, you know, it's a fairly inexpensive. I think everything totaled out to right around the $360 mark, everything complete. That includes shipping on most of this stuff. I got lucky with Primary Arms. A couple of their deals that I purchased stuff from, was able to get the free shipping if you spend over a certain amount of money. So that was pretty cool. Other than that, you know, there was no other really accessories. I decided to just go bare bones, no extended mag releases, no bad levers, no. One thing I did have left over from a previous build, which again using the Strike Industries trigger guard, I had a Magpul Mo trigger guard left over from another build. Was able to recycle that into this one. But all in all, this came out really well. I was really surprised. We'll do a range report on it, and we'll see how it goes from there. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.